Hey guys, do you need to show your prospects how you can get down with the treat tables, but you don't want to actually bake the treats for a full setup so that you can actually add this to your portfolio? Well, guess what? No worries, because this video is not only going to show you how to show off your talents, but also how not to waste money on actual products, because these are products that no one's really going to eat or that you'll actually have to throw away. Imagine finally getting an inquiry from your dream client who is interested in your services because maybe someone told them or referred them to you, right? And the worst happens. I know you've even been there before if you're not currently in this boat right now. And that is that dread, awful question to see your portfolio. I mean, you can't really blame them, right? Even though whoever it was that their trusted source told them about your services, right? They want to see for themselves. They probably told them that you were the ish and all that good stuff, but they want the receipts. And unfortunately, your socials are outdated, or let's just face it, they may be naked because you either one, have been too busy to keep them updated, or the exact opposite. You haven't had any new clients or any new work to actually display. So let me ask you something. How's that working for you? What if I told you that you can create a dynamic display to show off to your prospects to ensure them that you know your stuff all without leaving your home? And the best part, you have full creative control. Sounds exciting, right? So let's get started. First up, I'm going to show you how to make these cute babies, which are faux cake pops.
Okay, so what you're going to use is some kind of sticks to insert into your fake candy pop, cake pop, I mean. And these I actually got off Amazon. I like them because they have, they already have the bling on them, a little more decorative since I'm using basic white and not actually using decorative cake pops. I'm also going to use a ice cream scooper. So this helps me make sure that they're close to the same size. And you can use foil or wax paper so that it doesn't stick. Now I'm going to use the air dry clay. That way I ain't got to worry about it having to cure or bake or anything like that. And I got this from Amazon as well. So you just want to pop open your lid, take a nice full scoop, right? Take a nice full scoop. I just kind of get in there, turn it around, and pretty much this is clay, so it's like not really loose. And you just want to keep rolling and rolling. Now you want to press it some so that it doesn't have, you want to try and get rid of the wrinkles so it doesn't look like so it look like actual fondant or actual cake or chocolate or whatever it is that they normally would decorate it with. And people just have different ways to actually roll the cake pops. Now I remember when I was back when I tried my hand at baking treats, I would get so frustrated because I couldn't form the perfect ball. But that's what I'm going to go for. And then I'm just going to look to insert my stick straight down. Now I'll leave like at least a good half an inch because I'm actually going to put a bow right there. And then I don't want the stick to pierce the actual clay and go through the other side. So you just want to make sure, see this, make sure I have a flat top so I don't have to worry about my cake pops rolling all around. Or another thing that I look for is my stick to be, I call it 12 o'clock, meaning it goes straight up. A lot of times you'll see treat tables that have their cake pops and the sticks is just all over the place. So by doing it this way, giving yourself a nice little flat, nice little flat on the bottom, you're able to make sure your cake pops stand up. So you just want to keep on going till however many you're trying to create. Now me, I normally go for an even amount so I could have, whatever's on one side of the table, I want to have it even with the same amount on the other side. So I just want to measure it up, make sure it's close to the same size, then just keep doing the same exact technique. Now this is clay, so if you have molds and you want to really kind of go ham with this thing, you can make the little rice cakes, the Oreo pops. It's so much you could do with the actual fake clay. And like I mentioned, guys, I keep mine pretty much basic white, because if I want to do a pink setup or if I want to do a blue setup, my actual treats are like the same color. And all I would have to change out is like maybe the bow or something like that. So here is your cake pops. Again, make sure they're close to the same size. And I'm going to finish making these, and then we're going to move on to the bow. I'm also looking to make sure my heights are the same. Okay, guys. So once you have your cake pops, or your faux cake pops rather, dry, you're just going to add whatever kind of embellishments you want to add. I'm keeping mine super simple because for the sake of this video, this is not a real setup. But for you guys, I definitely would suggest you to go all out, just like it would be an event. Because for one, you could reuse your decorations over and over. And, you know, you're setting up your business for success. So these are just little bows I got in from Walmart. Nothing spectacular. I do like the actual bows that is shaped in the form of a bow, but they didn't have any that was appropriate size for these cake pops. So I'm just going to take the bows off of the plastic, and it's like it's attached by some kind of adhesive. So you just want to take your bow, a little piece of sticky on there. And if this is something you're going to be using over and over, I would actually attach it with some kind of, you know, handy dandy glue stick, just to make sure it don't come off. But yeah, that's it. But like I said, for these, I do like the actual bows themselves, like the 2-strand bow. And some of these will come off. Okay, let's see what this one has. All right, let me get it. There we go. Take it off. Let's just put it directly on. And you're just going to do the same, the same thing for all of them. And if you guys notice, when I first did these cake pops, that's why I like the bottoms to be flat, so that it prevents them from kind of falling over. But that's it for my display. I'm going to keep them just like that. So you would do however many you're going to do for your setup, and just make sure you have bows on all of them. Try to keep them as straight as possible. Like I would keep them in, you know, linear in the same height. Like I wouldn't have one here and then one way up here. Try to keep them same location on each cake pop. Also make sure your cake pop sticks are standing straight up. And that is it for your faux cake pop.
All right, guys, I hope you really found that one helpful, right? This video is actually a part of a 4-part series focused all on creating dynamic mock-ups. And in the first video, I showed you how to actually drape and stage the treat table, right? And this is the treat table that we draped. And you can check that out in this video here. Now I'm going to show you how to make some beautiful decor, such as floral arrangements, that's going to really wow your prospects, right? The best part is that you can use these items over and over again to create different looks. So if you're ready to learn my key secrets to gorgeous treat table displays without wasting coins, keep on watching this video. All right, so in this segment, we actually is going to create the bases of our centerpieces. So what you're going to use is a normal floral petri dish, floral dish, and this, any kind of foam. So sometimes I'll use Loctite, but for me, for doing this, I do like the generic versions better, or this is the GE. It just, the consistency is better and it foams up a lot better. So only thing you want to do is just go around, keep going in a circular motion. Now that's pretty much it. But depending on the kind of foam you have, some of them puff up a lot bigger than others, but you just got to pay attention to which one you have. And this one, I always use the one for big gaps and cracks because a lot more foam come out. So from here, you're just going to measure it, I guess, according to how big you want your floral arrangement to be. Now, since this is only for a treat table or a candy table, it's going to be relatively small, maybe about 12 to 13 inches. That's not that big, but it will be nice and full. So you just want to let this dry for, I would say, at least 3 hours, just to make sure it's dry all the way through. And then the next part is inserting your florals. Stay tuned. All right, guys. So in this section, we're going to actually make our floral centerpieces. So you saw in part 1 where we filled the dishes up with the foam. And now that the foam has expanded and it's dry, it's real hollow. So Only thing you want to do, again, this disclaimer I got to put out there. I am not a floral designer. However, I know how to get by, create something if I want, when I was designing mock-ups. So I don't know the draping, the rules for florals, but the way I do it, I just start picking up my stems. Well, first I cut these off of the stems, right? Or the entire floral branches or whatever they call it. And then I'm pretty much now getting an idea of how wide and how tall I want my centerpiece to be. This is going to be a relatively good size one for my table because I don't have a lot of treats. So I'm going to have my floral centerpieces like a part of the, the visuals. That's the part that really is going to get them. So since I know I don't have a lot of treats, I'm going to fill it up with this. So the way I do it, I just pretty much keep taking my florals. And if I put one, I kind of look at this as a clock, right? So if I put one at 12 o'clock, I'm going to put the next one directly adjacent to that from that. And at 6 o'clock, then I'll put one at 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and so on and so forth. So now I'm at right about my, in between my 3 and my 6. So I'm going to go on the opposite side. You definitely want to get yourself a good silk floral vendor because it's all kind of horror stories when it comes to these silk flowers. Sometimes they come and they stink or they're not really full. And that's the worst, right? So if you can find a good vendor, I got these from Michael's, so I don't have a vendor I can recommend. But there's different places where you could get silk flowers from now, especially with them being as popular as they are. So I just keep going in and just keep on adding my florals. Okay, so now when you continuously, you're filling up your centerpiece, you're looking for it to be even. Like I like my centerpieces to be more kind of round. Some people like them to be short and wide. Is totally personal preference. I don't know if there is some kind of rule in the floral world. I don't know, but I know how I like mine to be kind of like a bowl. So I'm just going to kind of push on my flowers and arrange them so that it kind of, makes a perfect or as close to perfect round centerpiece, right? So since this is a mock-up, I just want to make sure that my sides and the front is completely full. Not necessarily focused on the back too much because I know I want it kind of up against my backdrop and I don't want the back be so full where it makes my floral centerpiece kind of stand, like in the middle of the table as opposed to at the very edge, which is where I would want it to be. So main thing, like I said, if you have any kind of the bulbs that fall off, I normally take these. I don't get rid of any of my florals. I'll just find a place where I could use it as a filler. And that's just what I do. So I'm actually going to make another one of these. And I'm going to have 2 centerpieces on my treat table. So again, the beauty of these mock-ups is you can use this over and over and over and over, right? If, you're doing a style shoot or something like that, and a lot of people go full blown and do like fresh florals and things like that. Totally get it because it is necessary for enhancing your brand. But if you're going to be doing different mock-ups and you want to do different styles and different colors and different, whatever it is, just, using silk florals definitely do work. And like I said, some of the quality for the florals is a lot better than others. So just be sure to check the reviews or whatever the case may be when you are selecting your florals. So let's go on to the next part. All right, guys, this is how you create faux treats and embellishments that you can use over and over again, right? If you know someone who would love this video, simply share it with them. Trust me, they will love you for it. You know how the industry is. Everyone wants to keep a good resource to themselves. Well, guess what? Don't let me be your best kept secret. Hit that share button. And if you struggle with draping, no worries, because if you're watching this video here, it's a good chance that you're looking to either learn or enhance your draping skills. And what better way than to learn from the draping queen herself? So check out my links in the description below where you can immediately take advantage on learning from me. I even created a free draping guide that you can get instant access to by simply texting the word YouTube to 404-737-0803. The PDF will be directly sent to your phone. So guys, when it all comes down to it, if you're an event designer, it's important to set up mock-ups, right, to attract higher quality clients. This gives them a visual of what the event will look like if they chose to hire you, right? And it also shows them that you're professional and you know what you're doing. So don't skimp on your mock-ups because they are critical to your business growth. Now, next up, you're going to want to watch the next video to learn how I design simple backdrops such as this one behind me here, specifically for treat tables that are super easy and looks super premium. I hope you're subscribed because if not, now is a good chance to do so, right? Remember to turn on your notifications bell so you know exactly when that video uploads. Guess what, guys? Until next time, hope to see you on the inside.